trust me, fuel can really affect us. We feel the problem already of COVID-19 now, also fuel. So I believe our government is working on it. Now we go into our other news where you're seeing the military launched a strike in Burkina Faso, and they went on the streets and now attacked the barracks. But though the government came in and denied being taken over by the soldiers or the military, but now the issue is that we have seen such, because when you look at the military taking over, what does it say? It shows that they are not contented with the government, just like what is happening in Sudan. Because even up to now in Sudan, there is a war that is ongoing where the citizens are still protesting the leadership of the military, where the military came in and took over the country. But even their reasons of taking, or they're yet to do what to do, is still unclear. So now when you go into Burkina Faso, though the government denies being taken over, but at one point you may take it lightly, but they need to. Sometimes some of these things, when you see the military launching out on the street, it's a signal out there that, hey, there is a war that is yet to strike. Though that those opposition members in the Burkina Faso who said, it's a call for, it's really necessary, because they are not contented with the government with what it's doing. So they're a little bit still hand in hand with the military, and they're in support of what they're doing. So anytime we hope to see, we shall bring all those news. So anytime maybe we shall hope to see a gunfire that is yet to happen that side. Now we go into Senegal, finally Senegal, there is an election yesterday that happened of the president. Last year I remember, now beginning of this year of January, I remember giving you some of those stories, or some of the elections that are yet to come, or all over the African continent. Here we have Senegal, we are also here to see Libya, and we also see to see Mali. Mali is supposed to be holding its elections this year, but though we all know, when the military also took power, or took over the president who formerly died, who passed on, Keita, but still up to now. And when they were taking power in the case of Mali, I just want to draw that. But when it comes to the case of Mali, the military took over the president, and they promised, they're going to talk to the people, and they're going to see how, they're taking over the power, but for just a small period of time. So you could imagine. But now I think they enjoyed the seat, or their stay in power, and they believe the country is not yet ready to hold any election, or it's not yet ready for democracy to go back to the people. And we saw, because they went off guard on the original plan of them taking over the president, or the former president who just even passed on recently, and now they're extending their stay in power up to 7 years. So you could imagine, up to 7 years the country will not hold an election. Yet it was strategically planned that come February, it was supposed to be February, where they are supposed to be at least holding some of the presidential elections. But because of the military, the military said, no, we are not holding any election until come after 5 years, or after, because already, ever since they hold power, when you join the 2 years up to now, it's already 5 plus 2, so it's already 7 years when you look at it. So you have to give them a time frame of 7 years, not until they have the elections. Now in Libya, elections were supposed to be holding at least in December, but because they also say that the country or the natives are not strategically ready, or because the period of time where the elections were organized, it was so short that people were ready for them, so they also postponed. So they kept on postponing. They also postponed it to January. They postponed it to January. But still, when you go back to them and you check them, or you ask them, they'll tell you that when you go back to January, so when you go back to Libya, where we all know they were supposed to be beginning at least this January, they were supposed to be holding January. So the reports also coming in that they're saying that elections are going to take perhaps they may also take in June. So it's like postponing, and in particular Libya, we all know the son to Gaddafi was also in the campaign, or he was in the lead trying to also stand in as the presidential candidate in the seat of the presidency, and chances are that he may lead, because that's where all the troops are leading to him, that's where all the troops are pointing to him that he may lead. So but now, or not only that, we have also other countries that are organizing the elections, so we should expect I'll give you the reports on how many who won that side of the elections in Senegal, because that's the polling station took place. Well, that is what I had for you in this first session. I'm going for a short commercial break, but coming up we have that segment known as the trending stories, where I'll bring you some of those circulating stories that you don't need to miss. Maybe you missed, I tell you that stories, they can be, maybe it can be a word, it can be anything, as long as it's trending and everybody's talking about it, we can always talk about the show. And if you're out there and you have anything you would want us to talk about, and they said, yeah, you're missing all this, just share it with us. We shall always bring it on the show. Well, Behold Africa is brought to you by the For Merits and Protection. Whose rights matter, and they're there to protect.
Wotis Media Academy esangibwe masanafu okulira na Pay Cheap Hardware ejjukiza abazadde bonna nti okuwandika abayizi abaagala okubanguka mu masomo gano kwatandise dda ku ssomero Radio and Television Presentation, Graphic Designing, VMix and Transmitter Controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, Audio and Video Editing, News Anchoring, Filming and Photography, Computer Training n'ebirala. Ng'era mwewandiise ku ttendekero lyabwe obudde bukyali. Wotis Media Academy tuli banjawulo nnyo ku matendekero amalala kuba tusomesa practical skills oba hands on mu masomo gaffe gonna. Ebisingawo ojja kuba ku ssimu 0753 24 242 oba 0753 24 243. Wotis Media Academy esangibwe masanafu okulira na Pay Cheap Hardware ejjukiza abazadde bonna nti okuwandika abayizi abaagala okubanguka mu masomo gano kwatandise dda ku ssomero Radio and Television Presentation, Graphic Designing, VMix and Transmitter Controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, Audio and Video Editing, News Anchoring, Filming and Photography, Computer Training n'ebirala. Ng'era mwewandiise ku ttendekero lyabwe obudde bukyali. Wotis Media Academy tuli banjawulo nnyo ku matendekero amalala kuba tusomesa practical skills oba hands on mu masomo gaffe gonna. Ebisingawo ojja kuba ku ssimu 0753 24 242 oba 0753 24 242.
Wotis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pay Cheap Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise Radio and Television Presentation, Graphic Designing, VMix and Transmitter Controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, Audio and Video Editing, News Anchoring, Filming and Photography, Computer Training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Wotis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hands on mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 24 242 oba 0753 24 242. Awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Wotis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pay Cheap Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise Radio and Television Presentation, Graphic Designing, VMix and Transmitter Controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, Audio and Video Editing, News Anchoring, Filming and Photography, Computer Training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Wotis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hands on mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 24 242 oba 0753 24 243. Awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Wotis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pay Cheap Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise Radio and Television Presentation, Graphic Designing, VMix and Transmitter Controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, Audio and Video Editing, News Anchoring, Filming and Photography, Computer Training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Wotis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hand zone mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 242 wa 0753 242 awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Butis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pechip Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise radio and television presentation, graphic designing, VMX and transmitter controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, audio and video editing, news anchoring, filming and photography, computer training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Butis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hand zone mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 242 wa 0753 242 awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Butis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pechip Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise radio and television presentation, graphic designing, VMX and transmitter controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, audio and video editing, news anchoring, filming and photography, computer training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Butis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hand zone mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 242 wa 0753 242 awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Butis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pechip Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise radio and television presentation, graphic designing, VMX and transmitter controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, audio and video editing, news anchoring, filming and photography. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Butis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hand zone mu masomo gaabwe gonna. 242 0 awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Butis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pechip Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise radio and television presentation, graphic designing, VMX and transmitter controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, audio and video editing, news anchoring, filming and photography, computer training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Butis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hand zone mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 242 wa 0753 242 awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Butis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pechip Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise radio and television presentation, graphic designing, VMX and transmitter controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, audio and video editing, news anchoring, filming and photography, computer training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Butis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hand zone mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 242 wa 0753 242 awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Butis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pechip Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise radio and television presentation, graphic designing, VMX and transmitter controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, audio and video editing, news anchoring, filming and photography, computer training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Butis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hand zone mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 242 wa 0753 242 awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Butis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pechip Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise radio and television presentation, graphic designing, VMX and transmitter controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, audio and video editing, news anchoring, filming and photography, computer training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Butis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hands on mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 242 wa 0753 242 awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Butis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pechip Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise radio and television presentation, graphic designing, VMX and transmitter controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, audio and video editing, news anchoring, filming and photography, computer training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Butis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hands on mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 242 wa 0753 242 awulidde ng'otegeeza omulala. Butis Media Academy esangibwa masanafu okuliranira Pechip Hardware ejjukiza abazadde mwenna okuwandiika abayizi abaagala okubanguka amasomo gano wammanga kwatandise radio and television presentation, graphic designing, VMX and transmitter controlling, okukyusa ebifaananyi okuva mu studio okudda ku TV, audio and video editing, news anchoring, filming and photography, computer training n'ebirala. Okwewandiisa ku ttendekero lyabwe gendayo nga bukyali. Butis Media Academy banjawulo ku matendekero amalala kubanga basomesa practical skills oba hands on mu masomo gaabwe gonna. Essimu 0753 242 wa 0753 242 awulidde ng'otegeeza.
To break your seal and behold Africa with me, Nab Show.